What's up, soul family and my baddies? I wanted to talk to you. I know this video is a little different because I want to tell you some things that can help a lot of people. It may not be able to help everybody, but it can help most people who have been told this particular thing. Especially if you're serious about conceiving a child, okay? Um, Now, this doesn't resonate to people who um, clinically have been, um, diagnosed certain things. So it may not resonate for everybody. But if you are under a lot of stress, whether it's a relationship or a job or anything, something, that doesn't um, involve you dealing with things that could possibly put you under a lot of pressure, you know. This video is how to spiritually conceive. um, Most people, they might already have children and they are finding it pretty hard to conceive again. But whenever you are conceiving a child, you want to be, the doctor told me, because I used to go to the doctor, like actually see an OBGYN concerning my issue, and I would take medication and stuff like that. And when truth be told, when I threw those medications away, being under so much stress and from a job that I was working at, stressing over money, and then on top of that, having miscarriages, because sometimes certain things will just not react to my body the way that it should, because of how my body is. This is not, like I said, this does not resonate for everybody, okay? So I don't want people to be like, oh, well, what's she trying to say? No, 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 no. No, no, no. This is people who are in spirituality, who have been really trying, and they haven't had any diagnosis of anything pertaining to the fallopian tubes. You know what I'm saying? Because that's different. You will need to see a doctor for that, okay? Or with your uterus, you would need to see a doctor for that. All right. So I'm not telling anybody to just give up on your doctor, okay? I'm not trying to get charged for anything, and I do not want to be in a position where they be like, oh, well, you need it. No, 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 no. Okay, this video is strictly for people who have been under a lot of pressure. Okay, I want to make sure I clean that up. All right, now and this will also help a lot of people, including myself, where I had to do a whole lot of nurturing with myself, dealing with postpartum depression, just being stressed after having a baby. I wasn't stressed about having a baby. I was stressed about the situation pertaining to the baby or the child. You know what I'm saying? So this will help a lot of women as well. Anytime that, and men, because I know men who don't have children, you want to be away from stress as much as possible. Okay, that's key. All right, you do not want to be under any kind of stress. You don't want to be around things that's going to stress you out, trigger you, or put you in a state of mind of sadness. Okay, your body, this is what an OBGYN told me, your body basically has to be perfect. Okay, so in other words, the same thing you would need when you will have a child, after you have a child, you're going to need that before, for preparation when conceiving a child, which means you're going to need patience. You're going to need to be humble. You're going to need compassion. You're going to need love. Okay, that is the highest vibration to anything that you want to manifest. Okay, so you want to be very, very cautious. Now, if you're just not ready for children, that's different. Okay, just make sure you protect yourself at all costs. You got different stores for that, and then you protect yourself and your health. And then, you got, pharmacists and doctors that can help you with that as far as conception if you're not trying to conceive anything. This is for people who want to conceive, but they don't understand why their body is not doing as such. And sometimes, even I'm gonna tell you a little bit of my story. I was so career driven. I don't know if anybody realized, based off the videos I post, I am a workaholic. Okay, so I will work so much, thinking about paying this bill, paying that, doing this, taking care of that, want to do this, want to do that, that I did not slow down. I would not slow down. My mind wouldn't slow down. You have to slow down. It's true. You have to literally slow down. It took me, and I'm gonna be honest with you, I got laid off from the hospital. I miscarried when I was working at the hospital, on the job, and then I miscarried right after I got laid off. But I went and enjoyed life. I did things that I was afraid to do. I conquered fears, that I was told that this could happen if you do this. I did things, but I didn't understand that I was actually healing my body. I went through a fast, I went through celibacy, where I just took a break on the idea of even having sex. And sometimes your body needs a break. Your body is like its own warehouse, okay? And when you overwork, it's just like a job. When a job overworks you and you don't get vacation, you're gonna get tired, right? That's the same thing as your body. When you put so much on your mind and your body, it makes it real hard to conceive. And then you have to you got to be mindful of how you eat as well. The doctor's going to tell you that. That's what the doctor told me, okay? And I did that. So I fast, and then I went through like eating fruits and stuff like that. I wasn't vegan at the time, I'll be honest with you, but I watched how I ate. I got enough sleep, because sometimes when you don't get enough sleep, your body doesn't get enough sleep. Your body doesn't, it just kind of triggers it. And where your body can't create, or your mind can't create the way that it should, So I just want y'all, I don't want to make this video too long, but I wanted to talk to y'all about the importance of being stress-free. Even sometimes when you are in certain relationships or stuff like that, and you've been in a relationship with a person for so long, you have people who've been in a relationship for 5-10 years, and then it wasn't until the 10th year they could actually conceive a child. But it's because they got to the point where they just stopped worrying, they start enjoying life. They went through a level of acceptance where their body went through a whole healing. Me personally, I had to first heal from the idea of feeling like I cannot conceive a child, to after I have a child, I had to enter acceptance of me being able to do all of it on my own without the help of others. And once I got to that point, now I can tell y'all that y'all don't have to stress about certain things, no matter how old you are. If you haven't been diagnosed about anything dealing with the reproductive system or anything like that, I advise people, if you have not get yourself checked out. That's important too. You want to make sure that you keep in contact with your doctors to make sure. And then the thing about it too, now when you do have a child, you want to be financially secure, but get your things lined up, because nobody's 100% ready for a child. But when you do, you want to have things lined up so that when that type of thing happens, when a child is getting ready to be present, or a baby is getting ready to enter this world, you want to have things lined up so that you can be able to maintain and take care of that baby. So that's all I have for y'all. I don't want to wear y'all out. It was just a short message. Like I said, the things that you would need to conceive a child is the same thing you would need to maintain conception, even when you're pregnant. Because I was a high risk, I'm gonna be honest with you, but my body had recovered so much to the point where even me at high risk, I worked a warehouse job, and I was on my feet for like 12 hours, 7 days a week almost. And my son was going to take me out first. So, I want y'all to just be mindful of certain things when it comes down to the things that could possibly stress you out. You don't want anyone to put you in that mind frame of being locked away as far as how you see things in life, okay? Your mental health, your body, all of that plays a part of it. You know, it's one thing to have the money and the fame and all that different type of stuff, but it's a whole nother thing when it comes down to actually getting your body back realigned, okay? One of the things I will never forget in my healing before I could see my son, man, I remember when I did the traveling, I saw the stars. I was just so amazed and so happy. I was just at the happiest point of my life where I was able to do things that I never got a chance to do. So you cannot forget about those good times. And then when you are conceiving a child, y'all got to excuse the noise in the background. And then whenever you conceiving a child, man, your mind has to be clear. You cannot be so focused on, I want to make a baby. You and that person, and people who got children already, you got to be honest with yourself at that time. In spite of what it was, how it ended up being afterwards, you have to be honest with yourself around that time. Were you that angry when you conceived that child? Were you that spiteful? Or were you that against that person? You wasn't, because if that was the case, then a child wouldn't have been present. You probably wouldn't have slept with them. That's no different from a stranger. You know what I'm saying? If somebody seemed creepy to you, weird to you, you wouldn't sleep with them. So you just got to be honest with yourself when it comes down to certain things, and then you have to be honest with the person that you're with. You know what I'm saying? I want this with you. You know. Excuse me, it's my son. You got to be honest with yourself. Like when it comes down to certain things, like I want this with you. You know, things are going to happen. Things are going to take place, but don't overweigh your mind with worries and concerns. You know, seeing a doctor is important. Some people do have to be medicated, and for those who just cannot conceive, you know, there's children that do need you. You know what I'm saying? I have a friend now. She's a wonderful mother, you know, and she have kids all the time. You know, she adopts children, and she's a wonderful mother. You know what I'm saying? So shout out to her. But you can't control, because she can't control her situation. But for those who can, you know what I'm saying, and have dealings with anything, you know, stress wise and worry, you know, you're not alone. Okay, I went through it too. And just remember, whenever you are thinking about those things, man, just remember, someone loves you. Somebody's thinking about you. And if you know somebody who's going through the same thing, believe it or not, you know, these are helpful tips that can help you out, okay? Even if it's just my story, you know, you may have to fast. You may have to take a break on having sex. You may have to, you know, get in some good energy, good vibes, you know. And who you sleep with is important too, you know what I'm saying? Because, you know, they might not show you toxicity at that time, but, you know, you know, one night can change your life now. So you gotta be mindful about what kind of justice it'll bring you. You know what I'm saying? So I'm not saying go sleep around with anybody. I'm just saying be careful, be mindful, be stress-free, stay in love energy and compassion, and God gonna show you the way. God gonna bless you. You know what I'm saying? It's easier said than done. You know. It's definitely not the end of the world. But whenever I talk about my son, you know, I use the word love child. And for those who are insecure about that term love child, who be like, what you mean by love child? Well, was it conceived in love? Well, every child is conceived in love. Every child is conceived in love. You weren't conceived in love. Nobody just have sex. You okay? Come here. Nobody was conceived out of hate. You okay?
Yeah.
It's my baby. Who might be nose? Nobody was conceived out of hate. Nobody was conceived out of anger. So if you are ever find yourself, my baby love the camera. So if you ever find yourself be like, damn, I want a baby, you know what I'm saying? I'm ready for children. You just make sure that you are in the energy of having children. All of the worries and the doubt, all that, you gotta be ready. You gotta be ready. You know what I'm saying? So I don't want anybody to be alarmed about anything I'm saying, okay? Because you know how that go. People, we ain't worried about them. We worried about helping people. And sometimes I do give a little tough love on this channel, so you cannot be alarmed. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, I want y'all to understand that, okay? Stay. You want to say it with me? Stay blessed. Stay blessed. Say stay blessed.
Stay blessed.
Stay humble.
Stay humble.
Stay healthy.
Stay happy.
But most of all,
So most of all,
peace.
peace.